Lila and the Sky Castle.
Lila was a dreamer. She loved staring at the clouds and imagining shapes, dragons, ships, and towers. One afternoon while lying in the meadow, she saw something unusual, an enormous ladder of light stretching down from the sky. "Is this real?" she whispered, but her heart was already telling her she had to climb it. With courage and excitement, Lila stepped onto the glowing ladder and began to climb. Up and up she went, past birds, past drifting clouds, until finally she stood before a magnificent sky castle, its towers shimmering with silver and gold. The first challenge, the sleeping garden. Inside the castle, the first thing Lila saw was a grand garden filled with flowers, but they were all drooping, silent and gray. A gentle voice echoed, "Only one with kindness can wake this sleeping garden." Lila knelt beside the flowers and whispered songs her mother used to sing. Slowly, the petals began to glow with color. Butterflies fluttered and the whole garden sparkled alive. In gratitude, a flower spirit gave her a golden petal. The second challenge, the Library of Whispers. Next, Lila wandered into a gigantic library where books floated through the air, pages turning by themselves. But the books were crying softly, words were fading from their pages. "What's wrong?" asked Lila. A book gently landed in her hands and whispered, "We are losing our stories. Only someone who believes in imagination can save us." So Lila closed her eyes and began to tell a story of her own about adventures, friendship, and bravery. The words filled the air like fireflies, weaving themselves back into the books. The library glowed with golden light, and the books laughed with joy. One book dropped a silver bookmark into her palm. The third challenge, the Chamber of Stars. Finally, Lila reached the tallest tower. At the top was a vast chamber with windows open to the night sky, but the stars outside were dim, barely shining. From the shadows, a majestic sky guardian owl appeared. "The stars have lost their light," it said. "They need hope to shine again. Will you help, Lila?" Lila remembered the golden petal and silver bookmark. She placed them together on the windowsill, and they fused into a crystal lantern. She lifted it high, and its glow spread across the sky. One by one, the stars brightened, twinkling like diamonds. The whole castle shook with joy as the night sky lit up more brilliantly than ever before. The gift of the castle, the owl bowed. "You have awakened the garden, restored the library, and rekindled the stars. You are now a friend of the Sky Castle. Whenever you dream, you can return here." The castle itself hummed, and Lila felt its warmth surround her. A staircase of clouds appeared, leading her back to the meadow. The return. When Lila's feet touched the grass again, morning light was breaking. The ladder of light had vanished, but in her hand she still held the glowing crystal lantern. Every night after that, Lila would light the lantern and watch as the stars seemed to wink at her, as if saying, "We remember you." She never told anyone in the village her secret, but in her heart, she knew she had touched the magic of the sky and that whenever she needed courage or hope, the Sky Castle would be waiting. And so Lila lived her days with wonder, kindness, and dreams that reached higher than the clouds.